What's up? My name's Matt, this is Pasteboard Review, and today we are looking at ink playing cards by MissingNYC. Check it out. Alright, first up, I see a tab. That's a good sign. Let's see how easy it is to get to it. Just because you can see one doesn't mean it's going to be easy. There we go. Cool. Alright, so it looks like, obviously, if you haven't heard of these yet, they are one of 1,000, MissingNYC. Clothing brand, I believe, is what they mainly do. They have a V1 deck, and then these are their ink deck, which is their V2 deck. They're more of like a high fashion style brand, and so they do playing cards. And so it's a black case, no embossing or anything on these. You can see here, it's a black case. The entire border is their cool. That's what the back design looks like if you haven't seen them yet. All like the boilerplate stuff on the bottom is on the back. Designed by Missing and manufactured by USPCC. Missing Ink, one of 1,000. Let's check them out. So super cool back, very like high art, high fashion, graffiti style. I feel like these would be cool for cardistry because it is a broken border. If you can see the ink on the back, it does bleed over that edge border, so when you do a fan or something like that, you can get this cool trail of things happening. So for cardistry, that could be cool. Like I said, I don't do much cardistry. It's probably the coolest thing I can do, and I can't even do it right. So let's check these out. So we got, ooh, these are really cool. So I'll show you these from the top. They have, the ink is bleeding down. I think, if I remember correctly, if I read on their website, they hand drew each of these, or either these were hand drawn or they were printed somehow with an inkjet printer and then photocopied in or something like that to get all these cool bleed lines and everything. So nothing is like every single face, even though it's a standard face, it's still a custom face on everything. Even like each individual card is going to have different bleed marks. What I'd be interested in seeing is, see, it's like 4 of hearts. That's super cool. It's got a box around that top hip. Let's see if we got a couple jokers there. So we got Missing. We got some ad cards. I honestly couldn't even tell you what that says. I believe, I don't even know. And then here we go. Hello, pre-press reviewed the files and noticed that 7 Diamonds card is missing a pip. Can you send me the new file for this card? Thank you. Something's always missing. So that's a cool little ad card they did, a little email back and forward between people. Ace of Spades is a totally custom Ace of Spades with a, looks like a marker or something like that. That's awesome. So this is what I'm interested in seeing, is if it's the same bleed. It is not. So 5 of Diamonds, 5 of Hearts, different bleed on the diamonds and hearts. So there's in the middle, so every single card in here is custom, which is awesome. Like they designed every single face to be different than every other card. Super cool. So what did this one say? It said the 7 of Diamonds had a missing pip, but on here it doesn't have a missing pip. So it would have been cool if they said that and then they actually had a missing pip, like the file didn't get corrected. So yeah, these are really cool. Everything is totally custom, 100%. Every single card looks like these are all hand drawn and scanned in. I can't tell if they've been vectorized or not, but they're definitely hand drawn from the beginning. And then that was hand drawn and put in. Email. Definitely a really cool deck. I can tell you right now, this is definitely like a collector's deck. First of all, because one out of 1,000. There's only 1,000 of these out there. Also, I think these would be really great for cardistry. They have that cool, unique style to them that most cardistry people that I talk to and follow on Instagram really like. Yeah, for Magic, I would say definitely a no-go, just because every card is red. It's like those decks that every card's black. I don't think I've actually seen one that had every single pip be red like this. But yeah, so no matter if it's a heart or a spade or a club or a diamond, it's going to be red in this deck. So as a collector's deck, I would say definitely, if you can find one, there's only 1,000 of them out there, and I have 2 of them, so get your hands on one if you can. Definitely worth it. It's not a premium paper, I don't think. It doesn't feel, they feel better than a fresh set of bicycles though. Like the edges and stuff feel almost pre-broken in. I wouldn't say that they're like the elite stock, but they are not as chalky as a standard deck from USPCC would be. So I do like that. They feel really good to start doing cardistry out of the box. So that's probably the coolest move I know how to do right there. Chris Ramsey right there. His little channel. This one too. Oh, I can't. That was horrible. And then little false cuts. That's all I can do, really. I learned worm. Let's see if I can do it. Oh my gosh, here we go. The slowest, worst worm anyone has ever seen. Oh, there it is. And then, yeah. So yeah, I would say if you can get your hands on one of these, definitely as a collector, that's worth it. As a cardist, I think cardistry, the way I see it, like when I see deck collections from cardistries, when I see deck collections from cardists, it looks like it's like, hey, I want to have a really cool deck, maybe 1 or 2 of them on my shelf, and I actually use them. That's what I love about cardists, is that they actually use their cards. They'll open them up, keep them on the shelf, but they'll keep them nice. It's not like a magician, like I'll take a deck and I'll take it out and I'll ruin it in a day, you know, just Sharpie marks all over it, and it's like oil for my hands and other people's hands, and it's, some of them are bent, they were put in my mouth, like just ridiculous. But like this is not a deck I would use for that. This is more of a deck I would use for like practicing and doing cool stuff, you know. Obviously, as you've heard a million times, I'm not a cardist, but I do really like this deck. It's just a kind of a practice, have it around the house type of deck. Yeah, I don't think there's really much more to say. MissingNYC. 1 of 1,000. If you can get your hands on one, I would definitely recommend it as a collector and as a cardist. As a magician, I wouldn't worry about it unless you're looking to hopefully that this deck is worth like $100 someday. Yeah, sure. There's 1,000 of them, so could happen. You never know. So I try to say this at the end of every video. I'd love for this to be a community hub for people. So go ahead and leave a comment below the deck that you would love to see reviewed here. If you have a deck and you're running a Kickstarter campaign, or you just launched a Kickstarter deck, and you want to get the word out about it, and you want to send me a deck, or you want to do anything like that, I would love to have that and review it for you. Send it back if you want it back. Yeah, just let me know you want to get in front of people. I obviously will shoot a video like the one you saw at the beginning for every deck that I get. And yeah, like and subscribe. As soon as we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to start doing giveaways every month. So tell your friends. Bye!